we are up and out. Slightly later than last time, since the early opening of the park isn't really that much of an event. They just stroll on up and open the gates and go, in you go. So nothing really much to see. So we're going to get there hopefully exactly on 8 o'clock to save any disappointment. So I'll tell you about the shower. We're in the cheapest hotel. While the hotels don't really directly compare to the Disney World ones, it would be like the All-Star Sports or All-Star Music of the resort sort of parks or whatever. So normally you don't expect the most exciting of showers. You know, the water pressure's not normally that high. Oh my god, we have the power shower of power showers. So much so we decided yesterday it needs a height limit. You would not put your 5-year-old child in that shower. It is very powerful. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it, but yeah, you wouldn't put a small child in there. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Jack avoided it this morning and took other measures. It's that powerful.
It feels like I'm being assaulted on an emotional level.
It does feel like you've been beaten up. Like you've had some traumatic prison scenario. It's just too much.
I can't do that.
No, it is very depressing. But today is studios. Now normally people would say you wouldn't fill a day in studios, but as I was saying yesterday, I was looking down the list on the park map and the programme and stuff, and I actually find more things I would tick to do in studios than I would in Magic Kingdom, so that's good. And it is Star Wars this evening, so it's a ridiculous long day. It is 7:45 now. The actual Star Wars event doesn't finish till 1 AM.
It doesn't start till 8.
And it doesn't start till somewhere between 5 and 8. It's a bit unsure, isn't it?
About 12
Ticket
hours
says
away.
5, and then other things have said 8. So we're going to keep an eye on what's going on. There's the typical amount of Disneyland Paris confusion, which is often the case. So that is it, a long day, and we'll see how it goes. There we go, the ever picturesque Newport Bay Club. As we might have mentioned before, in terms of which is the poshest hotel I'd stay in, it's definitely the Newport Bay Club. The hotel attached to the park's really nice and everything, it's just way too pink. So pink it's slightly offensive. But I like the Newport Bay Club. So that might be an early warning sign. Obviously it's Friday today, while the previous 2 days in the park have been pretty much dead solid midweek. So they've only had the small security, airport-like security gate open. Today they've got the big one open. So that suggests to me they expect a lot more people. A, because of long weekends, B, Star Wars. So it might actually be busier in the parks today because it has been pretty deserted so far. So after being confused by all the roped off areas yesterday, and then thinking, oh, it made perfect sense, Big Thunder Mountain was probably just broken and Pirates of the Caribbean is shut, so why wouldn't it be roped off? I thought, oh, we'll be lucky this morning, you'll be able to get in on Big Thunder Mountain. Ah, it's roped off again. So, still totally confused as to whether it's just going to be always roped off, so this is our last. No, we do have a morning tomorrow, don't we?
This would be in.
Oh yeah, it's not a problem, it's just a bit confusing. So I'm pretty sure it's on the early access list. But anyway, it's all roped off again. So what you can do in early access hours on this trip has been a bit limited. That was the 4th Star Tours. Jack's keeping count. I'd lost count, as you would have guessed. So we got Hoth, which we'd had, but then we got the Boba Fett sequence and the chase through the second Death Star. We also got Admiral Akbar delivering the message. I didn't know that happened. So I'm used to just getting Princess Leia, R2-D2 and BB-8, so I didn't actually realise there was that much variation in the messages, but we've had Yoda and Admiral Akbar so far. That's pretty cool. Now, it's an exercise in what to do, isn't it? It's everything shut. I think we'll have a wander around, but obviously we're going to get to studios for opening. So we've done Peter Pan's flight, primarily because if we wait till any other time other than now, queue's quite long. It was actually really good. The models were really good. You like the models? They're better than I remember. I mean, it's quite an old ride now, but they seem to have kept it really well maintained. It still looks pretty much brand new. I like the way the little cannon goes off in Captain Hook's ship, and the way the volcanoes are look like they're bubbling with lava. It's very clever, very nice. Yay! Jack has got the Yoda hat. I must admit, it is excellent. I'm being foiled by merchandise as usual, so this may be another trip where I come home with zero merch. I could get a magnet or something.
You gotta have something.
I'm being foiled by the oddly shaped hats. I'm not a big fan.
I quite like the snow globes that they have for the 25th ones.
Yeah.
So you should get one of them for your desk.
Possibly. And I thought I'd come away with some Star Wars stuff, but the Star Wars merchandise is okay.
I think it's more in movies.
Yeah, we're going to try movies. It should maybe be better in there. A lot of the American Star Wars merchandise are like, buy me, buy me. This hasn't so far, so we're going to hope there's some better stuff in movies. So we've done our thing. We're heading out as everyone's heading in the other direction. We've decided we can't brave the omelette burger again. We can continue the debate in the comments as to whether it's actually a burger if it doesn't have beef in it. So we're going to give McDonald's a shot. I think it opens about 9 o'clock, but yeah, we're just weaving through the traffic because we're going the wrong way.
What you should do
is
you should chuck your wrapper down.
Chuck my wrapper down dramatically.
Yeah, like this.
Like, done. Like that. Just done Crusher's Coaster, very good. It's a bit like, been on it before, it's about 5 years old now, but it was a 60-minute queue, even rushing in from the actual line drop gate opening, so it's a 70-minute queue now. Even the single rider takes a while, because of course it only loads 4 at a time, and that's an equal number, so you're sort of relying on odd-numbered families, which is very good. It's a bit like Primeval Whirl in Animal Kingdom, but in the dark. But yeah, very, very popular, despite being 5 years old now. Very good ride. We're going to try and get fast passes for Hollywood Tower of Terror and head over to Rock and Roll Roller Coaster, see how the fast passes time out. So we got the fast passes because apparently it's 15 minutes for Tower of Terror, but you look at the queue, no way it's 15 minutes. At that point yesterday, when we joined the queue, it was 45 minutes. So again, they're getting all the queue times out of whack. So we've got fast passes. Can't use it if you haven't got it right. So now we're going to see what Rock and Roll Roller Coaster's like. And Jack's favourite, Armageddon. Stupid him being terrified on it when he was a kid. So we've survived Rock and Roll Roller Coaster though. I feel like, what's that where they do the, you know, they give you like massages and get all your bones and joints working correct?
A chiropractor.
After doing that. It took some effort, I love it, but it's very good. It's weird because when you come into the park, if you turn left and head this way towards Rock and Roll, the theming of the park gets not too spectacular, but if you come in and turn right, you obviously head towards the Toy Story bit and all the fantastically themed bits, so it's like a bit like a park of two halves. Want to see if we can get around again? Yeah, I'm going to give Armageddon a shot. Clever. You gotta love Armageddon. It's very 90s. It's a bit like a 90s Universal attraction, strangely enough, rather than a Disneyland. And that you've got this film that isn't really a classic Disney one just because of it sat in the park there. It's all very strange. But I think they should do more stand-up walking experiences, but I realise I am in the minority there. So we've got Mickey and the Magician in half an hour, but we might just try and wait that out, I think.
Genuinely terrified.
Yeah. Jack has also, in Armageddon, defeated one of the nemesises of his youth. We took him on it. I don't even know how old you were. God, you were very young. And it was absolutely bloody terrifying. So what was really funny is there was another kid next to us in Armageddon. probably of a similar age, and the horror on his face after it finished. So it's good to see that parents are terrorising the new generation with their Armageddon.
What I should have done is I should have knelt down with him and told him it never gets better.
It never gets better.
You'll remember this.
I'll come back when you're 21 and you'll recover.
Yeah. No, you never recover from a trauma like
Never
that.
recover. We're halting the merchandise. Trying to find Star Wars merchandise that's impressive. Still not found any yet. It's not really doing it for me. So we just come out of Mickey and the Magician. I'm not even going to try and describe that at the minute. That was just, I am lost for words. That is just awesome on another level. I'm not even going to try and describe it. It's going to take me, I'll take both of us a bit of time to process that. I think that was absolutely amazing. So they seem to be loading it and then doing a show as soon as it's loaded, because it's basically the time now is when our show should have started, so it started a whole half an hour early. Absolutely amazing. So how many times have you called me falling asleep?
6.
Okay, so yesterday when we went on the Tower of Terror, I thought, no, I won't tell him, it's embarrassing. I fell asleep, first drop woke me up. No, well, I thought I'm not telling him that, but I thought I'll tell you now. Yeah. And because I'm so used to the ride, I didn't panic, but the first drop woke me up. And plus, the ride's shorter than I expected, because normally in America you move through the ride and then drop. There's like an extra section. So it caught me unawares, and yeah, the first drop woke me up. And we're supposed to be going to the restaurant, so we want to go that way. So we have a problem in the sense that we've hit virtually every experience off the list. And it's what? Coming up at 4 o'clock, so it's 4 hours until the Star Wars event at 8. So we're going to wander into Magic Kingdom, see what happens. We've even survived Restaurant des Stars, which was very cantina-like.
Only half the people that stay that are here now stay for the fireworks. That's still more than what we are.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Go through the arcade.
Yeah. We're heading back to the hotel for a rest. It's Friday, first day of the theme park weekend, right? It's gone absolutely crazy. While Wednesday, Thursday, the parks were deserted. And on the basis we don't want to ruin tonight, we're just going to take it easy. All the queues are over an hour. There was even a queue for the maze. That's how desperate people are getting. It isn't helping that one of the big ticket rides keeps breaking down, so Big Thunder Mountain hasn't been open for all magic hours, which was a bit puzzling, but we think it's having some sort of maintenance problem or something. I don't really know, I'm no expert on it, but it's just broke down just now. and they had to literally exit a 90-minute queue or something. So total chaos. It totally throws your plans when those big rides are down. So we haven't been able to do it every morning, so we've only got it in once this trip really, otherwise you have to focus all your activities around it. Anyway, persevere. We have escaped the madness. There's a reason in Florida that I'm out of the parks by 12 and don't come back in until after 4, so that is total madness. So when we booked the trip, I was keen to have 2 full days that were like midweek. Glad I did that. Because if we'd have trailed the days after the Star Wars event, it'd have been a weekend pretty much like Friday is, and it would have been absolute chaos. It is rammed in there. The main park, the Magic Kingdom park, for me, I'm sure it's different for other people, but for me it is unpleasant at that point. So we've come out. So anyway, Restaurant des Stars, we did survive it, it was alright. Very cantina-like, but the food was okay. Plaza Gardens was still the best one though, wasn't it? Quite like Plaza Gardens. So if you're on the Santa Fe meal deal thing, half board, definitely Plaza Gardens is probably your best option. So the dessert area of Restaurant des Stars, it's pretty brutal. It's a small section and everyone wants to get in there at once, but it is survivable. So anyway, we're going to go back to the hotel for a rest and then see what happens this evening. High hopes. We're crossing our fingers that it doesn't become a Disneyland Paris special and all I've done is opened the parks and the rides, and that's pretty much all that happens, other than obviously the fireworks and stuff at the end. So we are crossing our fingers.